So, it's been a while since we last got big news on Dark Deception, but we are very likely getting something huge soon because, I've said it before and I'll say it again, we usually get something big right before a Q&A. And the fact that it's not been long at all since the last Q&A really only means that something's coming and we gotta look out for it. But for now, let's focus on the present. During these trying times for Dark Deception fans, I've gathered a bunch of random facts about Dark Deception, 50 to be exact, and compiled them all into this video. And no, there's no order that they're in. I've used a wheel spinner for this, so make sure you stay all the way through because you never know when some of the most interesting facts will come up. Darkstar and Doug are the only characters we know so far who will be animated using motion capture. On the 25th of March 2019, a picture of the Trigger Teddy, or better known as Deddy Bear during this era, was uploaded on Instagram. I don't think anyone knows how this ended up getting leaked, but this was only a couple of months after Chapter 2 and a few months before Chapter 3's release. When you lose all your lives, the game tells you that by respawning you won't be able to get an S rank. But by the time you see the screen, you've already lost too many lives to get the S rank anyways. The similarities between Lucky and Spring Bonnie's designs were a pure coincidence, since Lucky was designed before Spring Bonnie was first revealed, but it was kept hidden for a long time. A fan game developer accidentally predicted the name of the 10th level, Prison Panic, by making it the name of their prison level fan game long before the level was announced. The developer has agreed to change the game's name to Jailhouse Justice. The hardest secret to get is the secret hidden in Mascot Mayhem Zone 3, because it relies on Hangry smashing through the wall it's behind. The scariest characters in Chapter 5 are said to be Puppet King, Darkstar, and Final Lucky. For almost a decade, the original 2014 build of Elementary Evil was lost media, until the creator Vince found it in 2023 and uploaded the file to the official Discord server. The fastest character in Dark Deception will be the mannequins, who are almost as fast as the maximum level of speed boost. Might want to max out your speed boost before Holiday Horror arrives. The Roblox version of Dark Deception, Hunted, started out as an unofficial game that was basically a re-upload of Dark Deception and was supposed to be taken down due to copyright. But Glowstick changed their mind and made it the official Roblox version of Dark Deception. At some point, the Dark Deception Fortnite map was the #1 creator map in the USA. Blue Ball Tammy will make a return in Holiday Horror, confirmed in the second teaser trailer. The first boss to be introduced to the game was Doom Ducky. The first 3 levels bosses were added in the first enhanced remake. There is a full model of the ring behind the stairs in the ballroom. The Poppy Playtime DLC for Monsters and Mortals wasn't only supposed to just have Kissy. Another monster, Boxy Boo, and a mortal, the player, were supposed to be added, but Mob Entertainment changed their mind about including them. The most viewed OST on YouTube is the Dread Duckies Chase theme. The first, and currently the only Dark Deception Dark Archives book, gives us some information on what the mall looks like and even some of the ways the mannequins work in Holiday Horror. Reaper Nurse, Penny, and Mama Bear are all voiced by the same person. Similarly, Lucky, Hangry, and the Trigger Teddies are also all voiced by the same person. Nixon's skin from Monsters and Mortals was based on the yet-to-be-revealed TV head characters from Prison Panic, which have existed in concept for a long time. The only confirmed soundtrack for Wicked Ways so far is Don't Call Me Helen. Holiday Horror was originally supposed to be called Mannequin Massacre, but the MM acronym was already taken by Mascot Mayhem. The biggest level in the game will be Fear Fortress, which makes up 1/3 of Chapter 5. However, the next level, Wicked Ways, will be the smallest level in Chapter 5, said to be smaller than Mascot Mayhem but bigger than Stranger Sewers, since its main purpose is to show the true ending of the game. Dark Deception will have 3 main games, making it a trilogy. Mama Bear was originally supposed to be a Joy Joy gang member, who was supposed to be Lucky the Rabbit, Hangry the Pig, and Penny the Panda. But they felt that a chicken would be more fit for this gang and they reused the panda concept for Mama Bear, since the Trigger Teddies needed a mother after all. There's a character mentioned in the 2014 Elementary Evil level named Lord Ereshkigal, also known as Eshki, who looks something like this. We haven't seen them since, but we can assume that this was a very early version of Malik. The Enhanced Plus remake will raise the game's age rating from T to M. Torment Therapy was originally supposed to be a prison level, before being scrapped and replaced with a hospital, but the prison level concept has been recovered as the 10th level is going to be a prison. Dark Deception currently runs on Unreal Engine 4 and will change to Unreal Engine 5 when Enhanced Plus comes out. This is an old 2014 or 2015 map layout concept for Deadly Decadence. Holiday Horror was originally supposed to release alongside Prison Panic, Fear Fortress and Wicked Ways in Chapter 5. Now it's releasing with the Chapter 4 levels when they get re-released in Enhanced Plus. The mural for Super Dark Deception's archive room is supposed to have more Chapter 5 characters apart from Puppet King and Darkstar on it, but they knew it would get leaked and removed them for now. Elise is actually her middle name that she goes by. Her first name is Clarissa, just like how Beerus's first name is Helen but she goes by Beerus. In 2023, there was supposed to be a playable but very watered down demo of Holiday Horror Zone 1 at Tokyo Game Show, but it was cancelled right before it started because they felt like it would be a bad and inaccurate first impression of Chapter 5. Also in 2023, Glowstick Entertainment got sued by Monster. Yes, that Monster, because they wanted to argue that the multiplayer spin-off game Dark Deception Monsters and Immortals having the word monsters in it would make people confuse it with their brand. Glowstick won in the end because Monster's argument had no weight to it, and the game gets to keep the word monsters in its title. There are currently at least 380 known bugs in the game, which will probably get fixed in Enhanced Plus. The wait for Chapter 5 since Chapter 4 came out is now double the wait time between Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. The mannequin main menu and portal icon will both be replaced with Puppet King. Brightening this teaser of this mysterious Chapter 5 character reveals that they might be wearing a hood. Chapter 5, including Holiday Horror, is so big that it's larger than the first 4 chapters combined. The escape theme for Crazy Carnival is the only music track in the game that's not in the official OST. Mama Bear was supposed to be in Zone 1, but she ended up remaining downstairs during this section and only the Trigger Teddies were in Zone 1. On some devices, there's a bug where there's an invisible wall at the start of Deadly Decadence Zone 2. To fix this, you'll need to enable vertical sync and set max FPS in settings. The scrapped Spider Pig enemy became canon when they included it as an enemy in the first Malak Archives book. Monkey Business is currently the only map that appears in all versions of Dark Deception, including collabs, which makes sense because it's the first and most well-known level. The level names for Fear Fortress and Wicked Ways were supposed to be kept a secret until Chapter 5's release, but a text document containing all the level names accidentally left in the files for Super Dark Deception Chapter 1 was discovered and leaked. Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, donated to the Kickstarter for Dark Deception over a decade ago. Holiday Horror is the first level with 3 zones to have a different roaming and chase theme for all 3 zones. And finally, the protagonist of Dark Deception was originally going to be Detective Evans instead of Doug Hauser, though Detective Evans remains an official part of Dark Deception.